You've made it back to Ultimate Nerdy, the home of epic crossovers and alternate realities. Get ready, because today's What If story is about to blow your mind. And today's story is a Harry Potter with Transformers story for us to enjoy, so let's go. Chapter 3: The Fall and the Spark. Cybertron trembled under the weight of Draco's cannon, its dark energy crackling like a living storm. He stood atop its platform, wand raised high, the remaining Death Eaters chanting in a circle around him, their voices hoarse with desperation. Quintessa hovered nearby, her optics gleaming with twisted pride, her skeletal form casting long shadows across the wreckage. "This is my triumph!" Draco shouted, his voice a blade of ice. "I'll sear your world to cinders. Your sparks will fuel my reign." Optimus Prime charged, his axe swinging in a silver arc. Death Eaters met him with a barrage of curses, green bolts forcing him back with bursts of flame. Megatron unleashed his fusion cannon, a torrent of plasma ripping through Quintessa's drones. Shards of metal rained down, sparking on the scarred ground. "Your tyranny ends now, Malfoy," Optimus thundered, his voice steady despite the chaos. Draco's lips twisted into a snarl. "Tyranny? This is destiny! I'll crush your metal hearts and dance on the wreckage!" He slashed his wand. A shockwave of shadow slammed Optimus into a spire, the impact cracking its base with a groan of steel. Bumblebee darted through the fray, dodging spells that scorched the air, his voice buzzing with defiance as he rallied the stragglers. "Fight, Autobots! We're stronger together!" Megatron's growl cut through. "Decepticons! Tear them apart!" The uneasy alliance surged forward, Autobots and Decepticons storming the cannon's base in a tide of steel and fury. Death Eaters countered with relentless fury. Spells ignited the air, one hex melting a Decepticon's arm into a puddle of slag. Draco leaped into the chaos, facing Optimus head-on, his wand glowing with dark fire. "You're nothing, Prime!" he hissed. "I'll flay your soul and hang it as my banner!" Optimus swung his axe. Draco conjured a shield of shadow, the clash sending sparks exploding across the battlefield. Metal met magic in a brutal dance, each blow shaking the earth. Quintessa's control faltered. Transformers broke free from her grip, turning on her drones with savage roars. "Malfoy, hold them!" she shrieked, her voice cracking with strain. "Then fight, you rusting hag!" Draco snapped, "or I'll scrap you myself!" Bumblebee scaled the cannon, dodging laser fire that seared his plating, his hands jamming into its circuits with a shower of sparks. "It's overloading!" he shouted, voice crackling. Draco spun, his eyes wild, and poured all his magic into a final spell. Black flames erupted, aimed at Optimus. Megatron lunged, taking the hit, his armor scorched, but he stood, glaring through the smoke. "You'll pay for that, worm!" he snarled. The cannon trembled violently. Bumblebee's sabotage took hold. Draco realized too late. The spell backfired, a vortex of dark energy spiraling out of control. It swallowed his Death Eaters in a deafening blast, their screams lost in the roar. Quintessa shrieked, her form battered as she fled skyward, trailing smoke. Draco staggered, blood dripping from his brow, and conjured a portal with his last strength. "This isn't over!" he rasped, voice raw with venom. "I'll return and bury you all in darkness deeper than death." He vanished with the surviving Death Eaters, the portal snapping shut behind him. The cannon collapsed, its wreckage smoldering. Cybertron stood, battered but free. Optimus and Megatron faced each other, tension thick in the silence. "A truce for now," Optimus said, his tone heavy. Megatron's optics narrowed. "Until I claim what's mine." Bumblebee revved his engine, a flicker of hope in his buzz. We held the line, together. The Transformers dispersed to rebuild, a fragile peace settling over the scarred planet. On Earth, Draco slumped in the shadows of his ruined manor, his eyes burning with a new, colder resolve. "They think they've won," he muttered, fingers tracing his wand. "Next time I'll wield power they can't fathom." Far across the stars, a faint signal pulsed. Quintessa's voice, weak but alive, whispered through the void. "Find me, Malfoy, we're not finished." The horizon glimmered with tentative light, but a storm brewed, its shadow promising darker days ahead. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the unknown. What if the next twist is even darker? Hit follow and let's find out.